Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I put up a couple of days ago. I put up one of those polls regarding Usyk and Fury, who's going to win and how they're going to win. And I did this because I wanted. This follows on. This poll was put up about a couple of hours, a few hours maybe after it was revealed that the fight has supposedly been signed. And I wanted to get people's take on things. And then the week of the fight, maybe a couple of days before the fight, I'm going to do another poll and compare and contrast people's views to see if they've changed. You know, a lot can happen between, if the fight is going to go ahead, a lot can happen between now and then. You know, injuries coming in at a certain weight, you know what I mean, all that stuff that goes on, what you might read into a head-to-head or a press conference. So I'm going to give you the results of the poll that I put up a day or two ago, and so far 277 of you have voted, which is great. It's a nice little cross section of the people that subscribe to the channel. And so excuse me, should have had a glass of water already. Let's start off with the draw. The choice of, is the fight going to be a draw? 4% of you said you think it could be a draw, and I wouldn't rule that out. I think that's actually a distinct possibility. With 7%, Oleksandr Usyk to win by KO or TKO. 7% of you thought Usyk wins by TKO or KO. In other words, a stoppage of some sort. 7%. 48% of you thought that Oleksandr Usyk wins on points. 48% think Usyk wins on points. So in total, 55% so far of those who voted think that Oleksandr Usyk is going to win this fight. We now come to Tyson Fury. 16%, 1/6 of you, think that Fury will win on points. 16% on points for Fury. Fury by KO is 26%. Fury by KO or TKO stoppage, 26%. Which means that a total of 42% of you think that Fury is going to win this fight. So that's 42% of people think Fury is going to win, and 55% of people think Usyk is going to win. And then you've got 4% going for the draw. That's interesting that most of you, the majority, not a massive majority, but nevertheless the majority, think that Oleksandr Usyk is going to beat Tyson Fury. I think that's a really interesting. So I'm going to do, obviously I'll do a preview and a prediction, but I've always felt that a fit, mentally fit as well as physically fit, Fury beats Usyk on points. I think size does matter. I think he can maul him, he can grab him, he can. And by the way, Usyk is not a small fighter. Everyone says he's small. He's a big cruiserweight. Fury calls him a middleweight, which is absolute rubbish, of course, because he fought as a middleweight as an amateur about 15 or 20 years ago, whatever it was. But I always thought Fury was the favourite in this fight. But you guys, 277 of you voted. The majority feel that Oleksandr Usyk is the favourite, and I think that's a really interesting initial take on the fight. Now, as I said before, I'm going to do a follow-up video, very much close to the fight. Not a video, excuse me. I'm going to do a follow-up poll, and I'll probably do a video after it with the same question: who do you think is going to win and how? And then we will compare and contrast the initial reaction with the eventual reaction, the sort of eve of the fight reaction, and see if they've changed. Because obviously this is a fight that I think we all want. We want the undisputed heavyweight title fight. We've wanted it for ages. Of course, Fury has to deal with Ngannou, who is making his debut as a boxer. It's a gimmick fight to me. I'm not really interested in it. Well, the undercard is very good. Look at the video I did for the undercard. It's a very good undercard, even if you're not so keen on the main event. But you would think in a boxing ring, Fury could deal with Ngannou with aplomb. But of course, if you're facing a big guy and it's a contact sport, you might pick up an injury or two. I don't see this fight happening in December at all, Usyk versus Fury. I think it's going to happen in 2024. They're talking about January, but we'll see. It's all about sites, and the Saudis are involved, massive money involved, and yeah. Anyway, look, if you've got any comments, leave them below. Those are the results so far. To be continued, this is. But as always, if you could subscribe to the channel if you're new, thank you for your time. I always appreciate you watching these videos, and also hit the thumbs up button, because as I keep saying, they count them. I don't know why. I thought this stuff was done on, advertising revenue or whatever, but apparently they count the likes and they've got all these, things going on. I don't understand it. But anyway, cheers for your time. Looking forward to reading your comments and catch you later. Bye for now.